Hi and welcome to Let's Show Minecraft Special number 8. Hi Octane Megazord, as you can see on the title. As always, we'll start on New Gotham, my very own Minecraft server in my creative area at the front of the command center. And that is just one reason. We take a direct tour to the High Octane Megazord, floating by previous projects that you see around me, so that you see what you missed. If you like to see the other projects, links are all in the video description, so feel free to explore. And there in the back, with no further gibberish, we have High Octane Megazord. It took a while, hadn't too much time, so it took a little bit longer than expected. Can do this. Would be or is a little bit easier for the screen. And I think I take it as short as possible. As I said on number 7 on Ninja Megazord, I will continue my Megazord main line, the main line of Megazords, meaning the main rangers get the first sword, the second sword like Zero Megazord, Super Zero Megazord, and so on. And I will create those first, as you can see here, chronologically in order. And now you say and ask, wait, here's a gap, and he's standing wrong. Yeah, that has a purpose. High Octane Megazord was actually, as I asked for, an fan question. Lunatic X, my buddy, hope you are enjoying this video. You wished for High Octane Megazord, so I made it happen. And with no further, as I said again, gibberish, let's take a quick tour. Then I don't want to take too much of your time. You're here for the Zord, and not for my babbling, I think. Mainly for the Megazord and a little bit of my babbling. I like the design of the Zord itself a lot, and I'm very happy with what I did on this fella here. I gone a bit wild on the details. For those who see this video first, I have to explain. I think I explained it all over again. I have a physical copy, meaning a toy, and creating at hand of this toy, this counterpart here. But I gone a little bit artist crazy and added some details which aren't 100% on the Zord, but works just fine, I think. We have here the Super Saber. It's like a pocket knife which can be collapsed, and I like this iconic sword. It's very awesome in the show itself, and fits just in fine here. We have here the Buzz Zord from the Blue Ranger. I don't know, is he called Buzz Zord? I don't know. Shame on me, I didn't watch RPM for a while. Have to change that. And all the monsters here enjoying the Zord as well. I have something what I want to show. Let's see, we'll take the red here. I take much detail into my creations as I can, as you can see here. On the back we have the shield, which originally belongs to the yellow Zord, to the bear, and boar is something else, to the bear Zord here, which go normally under him, and forms the sword, but in Megazord mode it's a shield and it's stored on the back, so I did this as well. And even if you don't see it, I know it's there, and when I show it, you know also it's there. Here on this red areas here are kind of a trap door, if you like. You can on the toy you can collapse them, or on the show they will open, and there's the Super Saber stored. And voila! If you look here inside, I actually created here a hole on the depending 1, 2, 3 same as on the toy, and here, so that it would be possible to store the sword itself. The lights in here is mainly for that there are no monsters spawning, but I think you can see it as well as the sword is in there and powered by those flashing areas there, getting the energy here. Little chrome was set, like golden detail here, blue on the blue sword. I love this creation. I first had my worries when creating him because he is so detailed, so unique. All the Megazords have their own unique style, but I like him a lot. And here, as I finished the first part, the feet, I think, or better said, I thought, just fitting fine. I had my worries first. I posted some pics, as always I do on Facebook, step by step creating, like here are the feet, starting, and I have over 40 pics of step by step creating each phase of this sword here, so you can see what the feet looked at first and what came out in the end. And I thought, man, this looks awesome just right now. And then I started sculpting here the head, and thought, yeah, that's also nice. And I took here the same thing as on the toy. If he would be movable, I think you just could move him like in the series. Then I added the yellow sword here, the eyes, all in emerald. I use emeralds. I use gold or metal blocks for details, and the clay blocks are what added to Minecraft. Or here in the ground, the red sword, the RPM sign. The hands are a bit strange looking, but that's just because it's Minecraft. The arm itself, not hands, the arm itself here is on the toy just black and like a block, a long block or something like that, and to put him down that he can hold the sword. I know I did this with other Megazords as well. My first one, the iconic Dino Megazord. But I love this pose when the Zord is standing down with the sword here and say, "I'm here. Come and get me. I'm waiting for you." I love this. I have to be apologizing actually, but I cheated a little bit on those hands here. I just did a minor adjustment to them, but actually they're a copy of the main Megazord, of the Dino Megazord's hands, with some adjustments. Small, but they fit so good in. I thought, why creating you? I have some parts left, so I could finish a little bit faster. I also love the Red Ranger's sword here. The front is extremely bulky and massive, and the eyes look a bit like he had a drink too much or two, but I love that design. I love that look. I had my worries with the head as well. Creating a detailed head in Minecraft in this kind of scale is different for those who tried this once or twice. I have some experience by now, but if it's fine in the end here. There are some heads when I look my fellow there behind. I like the Megazord, not even as toy, but my creation there, the helmet is way too big, but I couldn't done it any otherwise. It wasn't fitting otherwise here. Or the symbols on the, you see, I did so much details. I love how he fits out in the end, how he was came out in the end. Here in the cockpit, I'm such a detail nerd. I actually measured the blocks, looked okay, how long it is, had the toy and compared, and if you would rotate and fold over the arm and put them into the back and took away the shield, you actually had the Red Ranger's car. Just fold over the head a bit when I had to move this, split in half. I said this once in a previous video. I try to make it in comparing to other Zords, to Zord formations, as detailed as possible and as combinable as possible. So if I create in the future, let's say, a combination of High Octane and Valve Max Megazord, so that I can say I have Zenate Megazord or something like that, or Zeo Megazord and Red Battlezord. Had him here, don't have Red Battlezord by now, but maybe in future, someday soon or later or whatever, when what comes in far future, I don't have to start over again from the beginning, so that I can take one Megazord I already have and add just the parts that I need. Is taking some work from me, but yeah, too much babbling, as I said before. I want to take it short, but I will do something for you. I will take a quick flight around the Megazord here in camera mode. I'm so happy that I'm finished him, because it was bugging me. I by now I'm just at first as I wait, I have to order my thoughts. In the first time of my first Megazord videos, I started one, had this before I started even YouTube, the Megazord, the first one, and after that I was saying, hey, that's my Megazord, I'm announcing another build. Did that pretty easy, pretty quick, but that was actually Zeo Megazord. One of my creations which I actually announced. I did a time lapse on him, as I said, links in the description. And when you do kind of stuff like that, as you announce something, you have some pressure behind you. You have to say, oh man, I have to post an update. I have to do something. But I have some other projects and I have a private life as well. I'm human. But by the new days, I just say, okay, I will create another Megazord. That's fine for me. I will do. Don't say when or what. I say that again with all my honesty. If you like to see another Megazord, one of your favorites you didn't see in my creations by now, just write it down in the comments and I see what I can do. There are only two things that are a little, problem is too much said, but depending on two things that could make it not happen. The first thing is time. So if you say, let's create Tigerzord, Thor, or whatever Zord you have in mind, for exception, Super Zero, Megazord, Promitis, whatever. That's no problem. Time by now I have is enough, relatively, but it will take some time as well. But I will be finished in days, weeks, whatever, depending on how much time I have to sit on in front of my PC creating a Zord or two or whatever. The main problem I have to say this too often, but I have to say it. I have to own a physical copy of the Zord I want to create. I have a big collection. Don't get all Zords, but as you see, there are some here in the area, and there are following soon many more. But at first I go straight with the main line. For him here, he's standing a little bit out of his chronologic order. I will set him in place, but for now I think I will put him behind there somewhere, because after Zero Megazord the area is just created and there is no space. I have to expand a bit, but by now it won't be necessary, because it takes hard drive space as well. So if I go on creating the Zords in line, and RPM is the season that is next in order, so I will put him in his right place, but for now he will be there in the background in the background here somewhere on one of those podests for waiting for his day. There are actually for the combinations like Mega Dragons or Dragons or Fighting Mode and such things. But I'm seeing I'm taking too much of your time as well. Some final words here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see previous projects or links in the description. If you have a wish on any Megazord that I should create in the future, feel free to comment me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, all linked as well. Best community ever, and may the power protect you all. That's important as well. Thanks for watching once again. Can't say that enough. Feel free, if you liked my project video, to rate, comment, share, and subscribe. And I wish you, as always, just the best. We will see and or hear us next time. I'm out.